Stop him from getting to the view. All right, so you see how quick you get to the goal.
Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to another episode here at the Portcast. Today we have a very special guest with us today, and he's going to tell you all the great things that his organization provide for the kids here in the city of Bridgeport. Do you mind introducing yourself?
My name is Don Wilson, and I am president and founder of Bridgeport Youth Lacrosse Sports Academy.
Okay, and where you're from, Don? Where did you grow up?
So I was born in Jamaica. Migrated to the U.S. in 1979, kind of dating myself. But yeah, migrated to Boston, Massachusetts, went to school there. Eventually, in about 1982, we made our way to Connecticut. I grew up in Greenwich, Connecticut, and Stamford, Greenwich area, and then bought a house in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Okay, and as a kid, what type of activities were you into?
So as a kid growing up in Jamaica, we had to make our own toys. From kite flying to gig making to catapult making, we call them slingshot. We did all of those things, and we made marbles, playing marbles. So we weren't, cricket was not introduced to like American football. We had soccer, and that's the kind of sports that we grew up. We made it up. We had fun. We were a village, we were a community. We took care of each other. We ate at each other's houses. We cooked out of one pot and shared it. So, community was always a big part of my upbringing and part of my coming into the world here.
Move down, we need a touchdown, man.
Okay, so let's talk about your organization a little bit.
So our organization is Bridgeport Youth Lacrosse Sports Academy, and within the Sports Academy, we provide a wide variety of sports to all different ages. So sports like flag football, lacrosse, track and field, volleyball, basketball, soccer, kickball, and currently we are providing esports as another alternative for our youth here in the city of Bridgeport.
And why did you feel that there was a need to have such a great program like yourself here in the city of Bridgeport?
Well, we started with lacrosse, right? And lacrosse is a non-traditional sport. It's not an ordinary sport that you would find in inner city environments. But my son, Josiah, he fell in love with the game. He was playing at a school in Greenwich, Connecticut, Brunswick. And, within that, as a dad, commuting 6 days a week back and forth to Greenwich, on the weekends as well, he was playing lacrosse in Greenwich, and living here in the city, and him going to school in Greenwich as well. I just thought there had to be a better way, right? And I wanted to provide that service for the community here because he was benefiting so tremendously from a sport like lacrosse with the scholarship opportunities and the network and the friendships that he was developing. I thought that would be a great opportunity here for the city of Bridgeport.
Purchase your tracks today.
So let's talk about the benefits a little bit more. Besides offering a physical benefit for these kids, what would you say would be the other benefits with participating with these type of activities besides the physical benefits?
Well, the mental aspect, right? lacrosse is also called the creator's game. So the spiritual aspect of playing for a greater power. So we say we play to make the creator happy when we play lacrosse. So it's nothing better than to step on a lacrosse field and play at your best, give it all you got, and know that you are playing and leaving it all on the field. So we have incorporated that physical and that spiritual aspect into our program, meaning that it's a holistic approach, right? From a mind, body, and spirit, we're just trying to inspire greatness in all our youth that we touch on a year-to-year basis. Currently, we're serving over 800 to 1,000 kids per year here in the city. I have a great relationship with the Board of Ed. We have a partnership with the school system where we're offering our middle school sports program. And within that, we have after-school programs for the youth here in the city. We also have our traditional out-of-school program, which is community-based, and that's on the weekend where we provide clinics and sports league year-round. And one of our biggest programs is the flag football. We have about 600 kids that participate in that program alone. Track and field is another 125. Basketball, another 100 kids that participate. Track and field is a great opportunities to introduce kids at an early age. So whether it's developing those fine motor skills or developing that, that super high level competitive atmosphere for these athletes, student athletes, to participate and excel, we're just grateful that we have this great platform that we could teach our youth from a young age, because we realize that downstate, these kids are training from their young, right? And they're developing those technical skills from skills development. So that's one of the things that we really pride ourselves in, is the technical skills development, so kids could go on and participate in any sport that they wanted to. So the way we have designed the Sports Academy is kids could try different sports, because I know as a parent, having gone through it and having my son play at the most elite levels, it's nothing better than to develop the kids at an early age and give them those tools so they could go on and be successful in their own right. One of the other programs that we also really super excited about is our yoga program. When I first started teaching our youth how to compete in sport and how to compete at the highest level, I found, one of the disadvantages was they're not able to breathe and be in control of their emotions and their thoughts and their processes, right? So just being able to teach kids how to breathe, how to be in control, how to calm themselves. There was nothing better than taking my team to a game and having them in a circle and just teaching them how to forget all their troubles, forget all their worries, and focus on the task at hand, which is to compete at a high level and to win, right? So when these kids got a taste of winning, I would get them every weekend, Coach, could we do that thing again that we did last time? Could we do that thing where we're, just practicing mindfulness and practicing how to focus? So that's been one of the biggest tangible for these youth that we have served here in the city of Bridgeport.
Purchase your tracks today.
So when you're out here doing the great work that you're doing, what is the gratification for you? What puts a smile on your face?
Man, there's nothing better than when a kid shoots a goal in one of these goals behind me here and he starts to do his dance. Oh my God, there's nothing more thrill than watching a kid learning how to overcome, work as a team, and be successful. Because anything they do in life from now on, it's a teamwork. It requires teamwork. It requires team building. It requires cooperation. And within this world, if we don't learn how to cooperate, these kids will never learn how to succeed, right? So teaching them coping skills, conflict resolution, violence prevention within those programs, how to talk to each other, how to relate to each other, how to respect each other, how to cooperate. Those are the great tangible tools that I love employing on these young student athletes here in the city of Bridgeport.
Now, if the parents want to get their kids involved in your program, how do they go about doing it?
So a number of different ways you could get involved with the Bridgeport Youth Lacrosse Sports Academy, whether it's Facebook, we're on Facebook, Bridgeport Youth Lacrosse, Instagram, Bridgeport Youth Lacrosse. You know, we have signs and posters all over town. We're about to flood the market again with our signs, with our postcards. We're about to put those into the school system as we're coming up on a new school year. On a great community outreach program once a year, right? And so Peace Week is our community outreach. So it's a week of providing families here in the city with the tools to combat youth violence. So when we talk about combating youth violence at Bridgeport Youth Lacrosse, we use sports as a vehicle for conflict resolution. So if we're teaching our youth how to conflict resolute, these are the tools that's going to help them to be successful, whether they're in Bridgeport, outside of Bridgeport, because what I found, especially using my son again as an example, he's able to survive in any environment. So whether he's in Greenwich, Connecticut, Manhattan, the East Village, or wherever, Atlanta, DC, wherever, Boston, we want to give our kids the tools that they are going to use to survive in this world. And you know, teaching conflict resolution is a great opportunity to build community. And that's one of the things I enjoy most about our work here, is building community. When we started lacrosse, it was a small community. And now we are, you know, we have these two beautiful fields here in the north end of Bridgeport that we could continue the work that we're doing. We also offer soccer. So, you know, we just continue the work that we're doing and encouraging kids. You got some great footage of our esports program. That's another great opportunity to meet kids where they are. So the work continues, and from a mindfulness perspective, just developing that whole child is really important. The mind, the body, and the spirit. So thank you again, once again, brother. I really appreciate it.
All right, Don, I'd like to thank you for taking time out your busy schedule to come on this platform and talk about the great programs that you offer for the kids here in the city of Bridgeport. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Well, I appreciate you, brother, for spreading the good word and taking time. And I wish you all the success as well with your platform. And thank you once again for having me on your platform.
Come here, let me tell you something. Listen to me. That's 2 weeks in a row they beat us, right? Last week we didn't score. This week we scored, right? So I like improvement, right? So it's not about the game today. It's about what we do after this game.